Yeah. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Thank you for being here for the Microsoft Secure Score session. So let's get started. 93% of breaches are happening because organization security is not configured well. We know that misconfigurations is a huge problem in organizations, yet we are spending all our time being reactive and taking care of those incidents and detecting and investigating and remediating. We would all so much more like to move our balance to being more proactive, configuring our organization well so that we keep those bad guys out. But that's easier said than done. It's a thankless job. You'll spend all this time and energy in configuring your organization well, but the CISO is not really paying any attention to you until you have an attack in the organization. B, there is no tool that is integrated and built in with all these products and security solutions that you're using to help you manage your posture across your entire digital estate. So that's where Secure Score comes in. Secure Score is about enabling you to get to your most secure posture while maintaining productivity. It is going to be one number that represents your posture across your entire digital estate. It's also going to be heterogeneous. So we know that it's going to support heterogeneous environment. We know not all of you are using only Microsoft products and only Microsoft security solutions. So we will make Secure Score such that it's extensible to third-party products and natively extensible to third-party products and solutions, and also your own homegrown apps. So the score is going to represent your posture across your digital estate. And the one thing I'm going to call out is it's always going to be a representation of your true, absolute security posture. To say that a different way, organizations are not going to be able to manipulate the score. We know that not everyone is going to be able to implement every single control. Essentially, that gets you to such a locked down organization that nobody's productive. So while we know you cannot reach the 100%, we also know that any risk you have outstanding in the organization is an opportunity for the attacker to come in. And so Secure Score is always going to be your absolute true security posture. So in the rest of the session, we'll go through 3 high-level buckets. The first one is a 10,000-foot view into Secure Score. The next, we will unwrap Secure Score to see how these numbers even come together. And then we all love demos, so we'll end with a demo. And then to wrap it all up, I'll share with you what we have on our roadmap. So the score has been around for 2 years already. It was a very successful POC. We learned that customers love the concept of an objective measure of their entire digital estate security posture. But we also learned customers were not really using the product in a meaningful way. They weren't able to operationalize it, make it a KPI, and drive the organization to that better posture state. We took all those learnings, and we now have a completely reinvented Microsoft Secure Score. We essentially went back to the whiteboard, and we redid everything about it, the way the score comes to, what the score is even supposed to represent, how we calculate the score, the experiences, everything about it is redone. And this tool is meant for everyone in the security organization that is in charge of posture management, right from your product or application admins like your Exchange admin, your SharePoint admin, and so forth, right up to the security admin leadership team, to the CISO and the security architect. So in this new model, the goals of the new model are aligned with the top 4 questions we always heard from customers. The new model is essentially built out of all the customer feedback that we got. We incorporated it and made this new model. So the top 4 questions were, the first one was, I want org-wide visibility. So we are using so many products, so many solutions. Each one is with its own management console. But we want one place to go where we can see our security posture across the entire digital estate. And Secure Score gives you that, broken down by the 5 categories, which is identity, infrastructure, which is your resources in Azure, devices, data, and your SaaS apps, which is Office 365 and MCAS. The next question always was, what should I do next? There are so many controls. A, I can't even discover all these controls that are available to me. B, I don't know what I should go invest in next. I don't have unlimited budget and resources, so I need guidance on which one is going to be biggest bang for the buck. And SecureScore gives you all of that. The third one I always heard is, now that I know what controls are available to me, Microsoft is giving me a prioritization or stack rank list of what I should go invest in next. I need to take action. And so right from within the tool, we are integrated with the other blades, like the AAD blade or the ASC blade. Right from within the tool, you will be able to go in context to the other portals and take action. But we also heard sometimes the person who decides we need to go implement this control and the person who actually implements the control are two different people. So right from within the tool, we've integrated with ServiceNow and Planner so that you can hand it off to the other person to go take action. And going back to the previous one, real-time monitoring. What we heard from customers is we do all this work to implement all these controls, and we just have to assume and hope that the control is actually effective. With SecureScore, again, going back to your point in time, true absolute secure posture, we have real-time monitoring built into the tool so that you can always be on top of whether the control is effective or not. Last but not the least, we've heard you do need an objective number or an objective measurement of your security posture to report to your CISO. It helps you get rewarded for the work well done, and it also helps you justify for resources and budget, because now with a tool that is objective, you're able to showcase to your CISO how you will move the needle in keeping the bad guys out. This new model, or the reinvented model, is now in public preview. We would love for you to try it out and give us feedback. Again, the whole model is built off feedback. We take feedback super seriously, and we will be incorporating all of that to make the product even more meaningful for you. The next section was about unwrapping SecureScore. How does we say SecureScore is a number? How does that all even come together? So let's say SecureScore is essentially numerator over denominator of your points achieved. How do these magical numbers come together? If you recollect, I said it is built in and integrated with all the products and the security solutions that you might be using. So all these products and security solutions come with their own security controls or security features for you to take advantage of and mitigate your attack surface. They share all of these controls with SecureScore. Each control, depending on the security value that it brings to your organization, is given points between 1 and 10. Higher points for the controls that are going to add more security value to your organization. All of those are added up, and that becomes your denominator or your total opportunity to mitigate the attack surface and keep the bad guys out. Now, all of these workloads are constantly assessing if you have enabled a control or not. All these assessment signals are yet again shared with SecureScore, and accordingly, you earn points towards your SecureScore. If you've enabled a control, you earn the points for that control. If you haven't, you won't earn the points for that control. All of that is aggregated, and that's your numerator. So as we see over here, SecureScore is 711 over 945. It's pretty mouthful. We also heard from customers, this number is so awkward to remember, there's no way we are using it as a KPI. We took that feedback, and we're now going to represent it as a percentage. This one is more standardized, more easy to remember, and be able to talk in terms of operationalizing security posture management in your organization. The other two things that I do want to talk about is only the workloads that you're actually using will contribute to the denominator. So even if you might have Office 365, if you're not using SharePoint, it doesn't make sense to measure your security posture when it comes to SharePoint. There's no work you need to do there. So if you're not using SharePoint, that will not contribute towards your denominator. And similarly with the other workloads. The other one is licenses don't matter. The attackers don't care whether you have a premium license or not. Just because you might not have an E5 license and you don't have the EDR solution on your devices, it's not like the attackers are not going to try to target your device. In fact, more so they will. So Secure Score, going back to the principle of absolute true security posture, is not going to give you a pass just because you don't have the premium licenses. So even if you don't have the premium SKU, the security controls or the features that are part of that SKU are very much things you should be doing and will be part of your denominator. Next, we move on to the demo. This is a completely new dashboard of Secure Score. It lives in the M365 Security Center. If there are two things I want you to take away from this dashboard, it is these two cards. The first one is your entire digital estate Secure Score. You should always know what is your percentage. We also show you points at the bottom there because, as we've just discussed, points are an important part of your story as well. Because you could have 50 out of 100 or 5,000 out of 10,000. Points do make a difference when you talk about how much work you've completed and how much outstanding work you have. So you always want to be on top of what is your score and what is your trend line like. The next thing you want to keep in mind is this stack rank list, Microsoft prioritized list for you. This is custom for every single organization. And so Microsoft stack rank list for you in terms of what you should do next to improve your posture. So as I walk through this demo, I'm going to take those same top 4 questions. I'm going to pretend like I am a security admin and use this tool to get through my work. So the first question I have is, what is my org-wide posture? That takes me to that card. I see I'm at a 44%. I'm not quite happy with the trend, but at least it's heading in the right direction. And I know the question I've always heard, and I know the question running in your head, I've always heard this from customers, is 44% good or bad? Hold that thought. We'll get to it in a bit. You also see the breakdown by the different pillars. And now that I'm a security admin, I'm going to look at that, and I'm going to say identity is doing so much better than data. So I'm going to ask the identity admin to help the data security team in helping them about how to move the needle, how to more operationalize Secure Score, and help yourselves get to a better posture. The next I look at is history. I know my IT admins were working on enabling user MFA in my organization. I'm curious if that's landed. So I come into history to see if that's landed. I know the threat landscape is constantly changing. I want to be on top of, is this something I should be concerned about? Is there something I should be worried about? I love it that Microsoft Secure Score is in front and center, going to surface what's happening in the threat landscape out there for me. Now, getting to a 100% secure score is only a theoretical North Star, because that's essentially locking down everything to the point that nobody's going to be able to do any work. So what's that real good number for you? We are going to give you tools to help you determine for yourself what number you feel comfortable about. And benchmark comparison is one such tool. Out of the box, we are going to compare you with organizations like you. I'm sorry, it's too small font, but I'll speak to it. What organizations like you means, organizations that are in the same industry as you, same seat size as you, and are using the same products as you. Because it doesn't make sense to compare a Windows-only organization with an Office-only organization. So we will take that into account. What we heard from customers is, that sounds good, but I also want to compare with organizations that are in the same region as me, because being in EU, for example, I'm subject to much more constraints than other organizations. And so I'm going to see, I want to compare with other organizations in the EU. They also said, What's the point of me comparing with someone who has the E5 license if I only have the E3 license? So you can also select over here, comparing yourself only with other organizations that have the E3 license. And that lit up this third row over here, which is custom comparison. So over here I see that other organizations like me are actually doing much better, and I'm going to hold myself to that standard. But I'm also seeing those that are subject to the same constraints, region and licenses as me, have lower percentage than I do. That makes me feel better. But yet again, attackers are not going to give me a pass because I'm in EU or because I don't have the premium license. So I'm going to try to meet the organizations like me standard. Now the next thing is, what should I go do next? Where should I invest my team and resources? And how should I take action? So again, it's small font size, so I'll speak to it. Regression is something we surface front and center. The examples I've heard from customers is, let's say you had the sense agent, which is a device agent that is about a security solution that's deployed on all your machines. And the admin feels, I've gone ahead and deployed this on all my machines. Next day, a lot of machines got added to the organization. They had the old image. So they didn't have the sense agent on it, or they didn't have the latest antivirus on it. So while the admin felt, I've gone ahead and gotten the latest antivirus on all my machines, or I've gone ahead and gotten the sense agent on all my machines, reality is you've not. And Secure Score, you don't have to now go out to find out about were there other devices that got added to the organization. Secure Score will surface that information to you. The other example I've heard from customers is, I went ahead and turned on that configuration, and then somebody else went and turned it off. How can I always be in the know of these things happening in my organization? Regression will tell you that this has happened and allows you to stay ahead of the game. The next thing that we've introduced is this notion of planned controls. So we've heard some controls take forever to implement. Let's say user MFA. Some organizations even take 2 years to implement user MFA. They have to train the users. There's a lot of process in making sure you actually employ MFA for all your users. So Secure Score would have been incomplete if it didn't represent that part of your security posture management story. So you can tell us, this is work in progress. The team is invested in it. We are working on it. And you can see what will your projected score be if you actually implement all the controls that you currently have invested in. So here it says your score is going to be 66% when you complete all the controls. So that makes me feel better. If you remember, I was going to try to get better than organizations like me, and 66% is helping me get more than 58%. That makes me feel good. The next thing is risk accepted. We know that not everybody is going to be able to do everything. You will be able to tell us that we are not going to do this. I'm going to accept the risk. I'm going to take an exception. It does not impact your score. Again, score is about your absolute true security posture. And so even though you might accept risk, the attacker doesn't care about it, and therefore Secure Score will not give you a pass because you can't do it. This is a list of controls, so you're ready to now deploy your people and resources and time and budget in new security projects. This is a stack rank list, and you'll go to the first one. It's a very rich metadata page for every control. On the top here, you can read what the control is about. In this case, it's about you should have MFA for all your admins. So you can read about what is this control about. You can get more information about it. For example, what will the productivity impact be to my users? What is the typical complexity in implementing this control? What compliance standards? What are the kind of vectors I'm protecting myself against? So you can read about all that. You can read about which users in your organization this impacts. And you can learn how you can go ahead and implement it. This is a cool new thing we've added. It will tell you if that control requires a premium license and whether you have the premium license or you don't. In this case, it doesn't require premium license, so you know you can go ahead and take action. It also tells you how many users this particular control is outstanding on. It gives you details on how to implement it. This Manage button, like I mentioned, we are deeply integrated with all the different security solutions and workload portals. It will take you in context to the AAD portal or ASC portal or somewhere else to be able to take action. You can then change the status. There is a status called here third party. So we realize you're in a heterogeneous environment. You're not going to use Microsoft solutions for everything. You can tell us if you've mitigated this risk using a third-party solution, and we will give you points towards your secure score. In this case, I'm going to mark it planned because I am convinced I need to take action, and I'm going to hand it off to my IT admin. I mark it as November 2019, so at some point I can filter the entire dashboard to see how my projects are doing. This is integration with ServiceNow right from within the tool. Same way we have integration with Planner and Teams. What's that? Okay. The last one is reporting to the CISO. This is an inbuilt dashboard for reporting to the CISO. We have zones here. You get to set the zone, but we talk about it in red, yellow, green, only because we've heard customers like to report it that way to their CISO. This card allows me to see how much movement I've made, how much progress I made, how much we've regressed, and how many controls got added since I last talked to my CISO. I see we've regressed quite a bit. I come into this chart. I see there was a huge regression on a particular day. I go into history. I can now be ready to talk to my CISO about why I had those regressions. Come back here. The meeting with the CISO goes well. He's not happy with my score. I show him projected score gets us into the green zone. So the meeting with the CISO went well because I was able to prepare for it. I had all the insights. I could show him what our digital estate-wide posture is, where our projected score is. And so this product, again, is in public preview. We have a lot of good features that are already planned on our roadmap. In the interest of time, I won't go through each of these. But yet again, this is in public preview. So please do use it and give us feedback. Thank you.